Fall in Ohio is one of my favorite times of year. Get to come out to West Branch State Park and camp around October, and it's beautiful out here. The leaves are just getting ready to turn, and just gives you a new perspective when you see things changing. And over the years, being a dizzy therapist, I've treated probably thousands and thousands of people since the year 2000, and it's given me a unique perspective on some things and helping people who are dizzy. So I thought I'd make a top 10 list because I think those sometimes help us stay organized with our thoughts. And this top 10 list is for people who are battling dizziness, whether it be a healthcare provider helping someone who is dizzy, or an individual who is dizzy and they're trying to get help with their dizziness. And it does come from my perspective. I'm a physical therapist. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not an emergency department doctor. I'm not a general practice doctor. I'm a physical therapist who has worked with thousands of people with dizziness and had wonderful success and learned so much that I would like to now share this with those who are interested in learning some of the things that I've learned over the years. So here is the top 10 things that I wish people battling dizziness in one way or another knew. Number 10, no one really knows what dizzy means except for the person feeling it. We all speak our own dizzy language. And I'm going to break these down individually in more videos, so I'm just going to go through the top 10 list quickly. But number 10, no one knows what dizzy means except the person feeling it. We all speak our own dizzy language. One person saying, hey, I'm dizzy, I have absolutely no clue what that actually means. So it's important to start breaking that down. We learn more about triggers and timing and the value with triggers and timing as we move along in the journey of helping people with dizziness. Number 9, being told you have vertigo may be confusing because it's really not a diagnosis. And a lot of patients will come and tell me, well, the doctor said I have vertigo. We really don't know what that means because the definition of vertigo is simply spinning. Number 8, people with motion sickness will experience dizziness or vertigo differently than others. There are some populations of individuals who, when they get vertigo, they don't feel vertigo the same as many others, and so it's important to keep that in mind. Number 7, people are often told there is nothing wrong with their inner ears because they are not being tested when they are dizzy. And so sometimes they'll go have these fancy tests and be told, oh, there's nothing wrong with your inner ears because they were not symptomatic when they were having their testing done. Number 6, bad inner ears can cause the unconscious to become conscious. So that leads to many issues because our balance is mostly an unconscious event. And so when we have to start thinking about every movement, that really leads to some challenging situations. Number 5, a broken ear will cause our eyes to move too much or not move enough. And that leads to some interesting feelings in our bodies at different times. Number 4, neuropathy does not get the credit that it deserves for causing balance problems. It's almost like an unknown problem that people don't even know about, but it's so common that it just gives a lot of people a hard time when they're trying to have good balance. Number 3, most inner ears are caused by loose rocks in our heads. And yes, it's true, we all have rocks in our heads, but sometimes they come loose. So this is one of the most common causes of dizziness in people 65 years or older. And we're starting to get to the point where more people know about this, but it's a very common cause of dizziness that can get help. Number 2, making our way down the list here, numbness, tingling, weakness, speech problems, shortness of breath. Those are not caused by inner ear problems. And it's important to keep this in mind as we try to be positive and hope that some of the more serious problems we have going on in our body is just from an inner ear problem. We have to know that those symptoms, numbness, tingling, weakness, slurred speech, chest pain, those are not caused by inner ear problems. And it's important that people get proper diagnoses with their dizziness in order to get the best help possible. And sometimes those sensations can be life-threatening. Dizziness can sometimes be the only symptom when there's a serious brain problem going on. And so it's important to receive a proper diagnosis. Number 1, some of the most common problems that cause vertigo can benefit from vestibular rehabilitation provided by experienced vestibular therapists. And so, you know, you think about Anavert, Meclizine, some of these medications that are commonly used when people are dizzy. What we have learned over the years is that there are sometimes more superior treatment options. There's a time and a place for those medications, but there's a time and a place to get off of them. So it's exciting what we can do as therapists to help people who have dizziness, and so I've just seen great results and people be very appreciative and thankful over the years. So I look forward to breaking down these top 10 lists in future videos, but I wanted to get the top 10 list out there to maybe help someone in one way or another. I hope you all are able to benefit from this list.